Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday, January 28th, and you're joining Hunt playthrough of Hearts of Stone. Last night was episode 11, and we haven't quite closed the complete story arc yet, but retrieved the rose from Olgierd von Everic's former wife, and now we have to return to Olgierd's missive, or representative, with the rose. So that's where we are. So let's go ahead and continue. By the way, I may have to interrupt the stream to check on the laundry in the dryer and refill the water pitcher real quick, because I think it's like half full and it's laying out right now. So it's not a huge deal, but yeah, just any kind of forewarning, there may be some interruptions. So let's get started.
I see you gather before me. Hungry.
So here we are in Novigrad. I mean, not Novigrad, excuse me, Oxenfurt. So meet Olgierd's man of the Alchemy Inn. Having completed all of Olgierd von Everic's wishes, Geralt went to the Alchemy Inn, where he was to meet with Adaman's representative. Let's get a new do.
Greetings, Master. What can I do for you?
Got a razor and shears? Good. Make me look decent.
There we go.
So long.
Stay out of my way.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
2 points, and be quick about it.
Oh, please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draft.
Geralt! Over here!
Uh-oh.
Oi, wait your looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Here now. Don't make me beg. More treats.
Show off.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in gingerbread.
Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities. Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
Who are you, really?
Gaunter O'Din, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what it is I do. In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say, I simply grant their wishes.
And drop them in a world of hurt.
No, not I. That would be their poorly formulated wishes. I'm no cheat. I give folk what they want, nothing more. That they oft desire unworthy things, that is entirely the fault of their rotten natures.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
No, Geralt. You don't. This one time I shall spare you, and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still need you.
You actually control time, or is this just some conjurer's trick?
What difference does it make?
A big one.
Let us say, time has always fascinated me. So I taught myself how best to use it.
Why time, of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions. Length, width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width? Come now.
Got a good point there.
So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied your debt.
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand, because we're even.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the Temple of Ilvani.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, "I believe, however, that all will end well, And once it does, we three shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared. End quote.
Yeah, I remember.
Fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand. That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
Oh my gosh. I was saying that he's... Yeah.
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my soup? I was waiting. I had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How is it you're here?
Old Witcher's trick. I concentrate real hard, and I can control time and space.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of here. Entrance is inside a cave.
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple, got it?
Aye, got it. Hold there! Your friend, the medic. She were here. Ask that you look in on her.
Thanks.
Good folks, did you see? The bloke literally dropped dead.
We were there, alive, a moment ago.
Fainted?
Having completed all of Olgierd von Everec's wishes, Geralt went to the Alchemy Inn, where he was to meet with Ataman's representative. Optional to talk to Shani at her home. Let's go ahead.
Witcher in the house. No wonder folk are dropping. Cursed and next. Those sadists ought to change their name now to non-human hunters.
Mug like that, I'll get you a copper. You're to be elegant like that.
Shani?
Oh, Geralt. Good thing you're here.
What happened? Somebody break in?
This? No.
What? When? Where to?
Not what I wanted to talk to you about. Or at least not only, but...
I'm leaving, Geralt. The Eastern Front beckons. I'm Kedwen bound.
Never mentioned you'd be moving. Any intention to either.
I didn't know I would be. Found out this morning. 2 soldiers came to my door, said Redania needs me again.
Couldn't turn them down? Just say no?
Perhaps I could have. But I didn't want to. Treating the ill and wounded, it's my calling. No place I'm needed more than at the front.
Can't you reconsider and stay?
Geralt, what for? The wedding, the time we've spent together, it was nice. But you have your life and I have mine. This doesn't make sense long term. You know that as well as I do.
Well, you take care of yourself.
You too, Geralt.
So, learn anything about Olgierd?
Well, I abandoned the books quickly. Decided that if I was going to learn the truth, I'd need to find someone who knows it.
Find anyone?
Turned out I didn't need to look far. A colleague at the Academy, an assistant to Professor Permathine Shakeslock, claims Olgierd von Everec met with the professor multiple times. Apparently, Olgierd asked the professor to do some research. Professor got so worked up doing it, he went daffy. Started jealously guarding his notes. Wouldn't even let his assistant look at them.
The professor, where'll I find him?
Here in Oxenfurt. Cloistered inside his house on Academy grounds. Mage hunters guard his door.
Mage Hunter's at the door. He under house arrest?
I can't say, really. Some of the faculty think him a traitor. Say he sold out to the Hunters for a hefty pouch of gold. The assistant, on the other hand, insists the professor wants him there to protect him. I don't know what from.
What's your guess?
He's certainly useful to them. A specialist in black magic and the occult? Must be a trove of knowledge.
If he's really gone off his nutter, I wouldn't be surprised to see them using him.
Need to talk to this professor.
We'll go together. Redanian guards all over the academy. Doubt you'll get in alone.
Guards have never stopped me. You know that.
Wound these, and I'll have to patch them up. Besides, we might run into a friend. Get inside free and easy.
Nice. Professor Shakeslock. Professor Shakeslock, Geralt was racking his brains for a way to defeat Master Mira when Shani came to his rescue. She knew a professor from the Oxenford Academy who had spent years scrutinizing every manifestation of black magic and surely would be able to help. Unfortunately, the witch hunters had decided the professor's knowledge was best used for their goals, and their goals only, and had placed guards outside his home. Officially, he was a free man. But in reality, no one entered or left the house without their permission. Fate decreed Shani would... Oh, where were we? Fate decreed Shani would not linger long in her hometown of Oxenford. For as long as the war lasted, she was the Redanian armies to command, and her commander had decided to send her to Caedwyn, the conflict's eastern front. Before setting off, she managed to inform Geralt about a certain Professor Shakeslock, who might be able to help him with Gauntero Dim. Geralt thanked his friend, and they parted ways, hoping they would meet again later or quite preferably sooner.
So how are things at the Academy these days?
You mean since Radovid shut it down?
I mean, is it well guarded?
Might be all it is. Many of the faculty fled to the far north. The braver ones stayed, but assumed the guises of tailors and laundresses. Why?
Just curious. Scholars seem to have adopted mage tactics. They in the same bind? So the Eastern Front, and then?
Depends where they send me.
Wherever it is, take care of yourself.
Always do. So don't worry.
Long live, etc., etc. I feel like puking after that swill in the canteen.
I'm going to say, I think I came here way, way, way back in the playthrough, but I don't think the gates were open. Looks like they've been burning books.
Halt! By order of King Radovid, no one's allowed inside the academy.
Not even lecturers?
No one means no one.
See, you've become quite the stickler, Norbert. You were much kinder when I was patching you up.
Fine. Dandy. As if no arrow ever struck it.
Consider yourself a lucky man. Because if I'd not decided to operate, you'd be a cripple to the end of your days.
Bruno?
Eh?
Maybe we ought to let her in. She's a decent lass. Not like to steal nothing.
All right. But alone, which will draw too much attention. I'd rather not get shite from the captain on his account.
Here's what we'll do. I'll go in, then help you sneak in around the back.
How?
Don't know, but I'll figure something out. Usually aren't nearly as many guards on the riverside.
Agreed.
All right, let me in.
Hmm. Well, these things weigh a lot less.
Geralt! Psst! Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Grab the line!
Where'd you get the rope?
Long story. But we've done well. Professor Shakeslock's house is at the end of this street. Witch hunters guard the door. Doubt I'll be able to sweet-talk them.
Been a huge help already, Shani. Thanks.
It was nothing. Really. You'd have done the same for me. If you wish to see me again before I go, I'll be at home. Packing will take some time yet.
All right. Be seeing you.
He's this! Intruder! Get him!
Eternal fire will turn you to ash.
Shit! It's only a witcher! Shit yourself out of fear. Get it from both sides! Yeah!
Alright, I need to drop some of this crap I just picked up. Well, here we are. We're going to meet Professor Shakeslock. Then we're going to go back and meet Shawnee afterwards.
Locked tight. Need another way in. You leave a window open, maybe?
Well, damn, maybe I was onto something. Whoa. It's like somebody else has already been in here and ransacked the place.
Silver Laman. Don't know the sigil. Hasn't been used in ages, looks like. Shattered mirror. No sign of impact. Probably not an accident. Shattered by a sound, maybe. Someone look in it and scream. Julian Alboco's Lesser Key. Tomes about demons. Dusty as they come.
The essence of evil is to cause suffering. There exist many varieties of suffering, from common corporeal pain through the rarefied torment of the psyche to deep wounds dealt to the soul. Whence does the evil arise? Does it appear on its own, or does it only spread when conditions are ripe? And finally, the most important question, how can evil be defeated? Most believe that evil has always existed, for none remember a time when it did not. Yet is that sufficient proof? I dare to doubt it, for I am a scholar. And the essence of scholarship is to question all hypotheses until they have been rigorously proven. The appearance of evil is closely tied to the existence of good. Its opposite and antithesis. Good without evil is dimensionless and therefore imperceptible. Evil, then, is an integral part of our lives. Evil wears many faces and appears in many different forms. One of them wears a skin of flesh. This evil incarnated as man travels the world, sowing death and suffering. Such evil is devious and difficult to discern. We usually only note its presence when it's already too late. In my scholarly wanderings through the myths and legends of a great many cultures, I've come across descriptions of a certain individual which all display a striking similarity. I do not mean in terms of this individual's outer appearance or name, but of his modus operandi. This evil works through trickery, tempting at first with the offering of something seemingly good. The price one must pay for this object of temptation, however, is enormous and non-refundable, and the promised good often contains horrifying hooks and treacherous traps. Beware, then, of any who promise the impossible, for such can only be delivered through the machinations of evil. The Horse Whistler. Breaking in a horse's psyche is a simpler matter of instilling your will as the rider into your mount, acquiring its trust and training its obedience. Horses are intelligent, noble beasts. and so they should be treated with tenderness and a decisive and firm energy. Mayer, the unquestioned authority in this area, emphasizes that when training one's mount, a rider must eternally be on the lookout for errors in the training itself. Every time the taming process ends in failure, the rider must look for the blocking error first of all in his own actions, secondly in the horse's anatomy, and only in a last resort by concluding the horse has a naturally difficult temperament. Adhering to this principle protects one from undue punishments, which destroy the possibility of reaching an understanding between rider and mount and make it impossible to gain the animal's trust.
Franco? Is that you? Leave the bedpan in the usual spot. And take the platter. I shan't be eating today.
Professor Shakeslock?
Who the blazes? How'd you get in? Get out. I know nothing. Don't wish to know anything. Understand? No, no, no. Out!
Not gonna hurt you.
That demon sent you. I'm sure of it.
What demon? Yeah, exactly.
What demon?
Feigned ignorance. Please. You know. Gaunter O'Dim. Evil incarnate.
He didn't send me, but he is why I'm here. I'm a witcher.
A mutant. Yeah. Could be.
Why are there guards outside your door? You a prisoner?
Protective custody. That's the phrase. Protective. When I cannot decide my own fate, cannot breathe without their permission.
What do they want from you?
You may not be aware, but I'm one of the foremost experts on the occult. Living experts, that is. My mentor was the outstanding Professor Lionel Van...
And you're cooperating with the witch hunters now?
Cooperating? As if I had a choice. They're ignorant, but not enough to ignore what I know about magic, witches, sorceresses, what have you. Knowledge they use for barbaric ends. But that's beyond my control.
Came here because I need information. Think you might be the only man who has it.
A witcher. Then it follows I needn't fear. I'm hardly a post-conjunction creature.
What did Olgierd von Everec want from you?
curse the day I first set eyes upon the man. He appeared at my doorstep one day, offering a sack of gold were I only to find out who Gaunter O'Dim is and how to get rid of him. I agreed. Such matters are my speciality. And I needed the coin. I pored over countless tomes, delved into obscure incidents and analysed folk legends. I went so far as to travel to Nilfgaard, the library there, where at last I hit upon the mysterious entity's trail. There are records of encounters dating back thousands of years in many cultures under many names, but always as evil incarnate. In this land we call him Gaunter O'Dim, at times Master Mirror or the Man of Glass. In deciphering the ancient scrawlings I went blind, yet I learned a great deal. For example, that he plays with his victims and thrives on pacts above all else. Seemingly harmless contracts which drive their parties to madness.
Know anything else about the man?
Gaunter O'Dim is no man. He is evil. Evil which assumes various forms. Forget about him, or die.
You're alive.
Alive? Yet I live in constant fear, born of what I've learned about him.
What's with the surroundings? These runes, what do they mean?
They protect me. Here, evil cannot touch me.
How do you know?
He told me himself. Paid me a visit once. Fascinating meeting that was. I was blind already, but saw him clearly. He smiled at me. Said he was honoured I'd taken such an interest in him. He wished to thank me, and explained he'd taken a similar interest in me. He drew the circle and said I'd be safe within it. His way of repaying me, you see.
Ever tried to leave it?
If you'd heard how he said it, you'd be as certain as I am what leaving would bring.
Wow.
Olgierd signed one of these pacts with him?
Brilliant deduction. But have you guessed why? You must know that he came from a wealthy, influential line. He must have, if the family of his betrothed accepted him. Yet did you know his fortune soured? He himself became an outcast, impoverished. Iris's family, a powerful house, could not accept this, would not marry their daughter to a nobody. Olgierd wished to elope. The further away, the better. Yet Iris refused to cut her family ties.
Quite the predicament.
Indeed. Their luck turned yet darker when a wandering witch mentioned a solution. A man who would grant any wish. His name, Master Mirror. The rest follows naturally. Olgierd and O'Dim, a meeting at a crossroads, a wish, a pact signed in blood, and a price to be paid. Olgierd was to sacrifice one he loved. O'Dim delights in difficult choices. He knew Olgierd loved two in this world, his betrothed and his brother.
He sacrificed Lodimir.
Olgierd chose, and soon thereafter married his beloved Iris, his fortune restored.
So did Olgierd kill his own brother?
No. Deduce, Witcher. O'Dim acts directly or indirectly. Olgierd merely signed the blood letter. The next day, his brother was dead.
Olgierd tell you all that?
He had to. How else was I to diagnose his case?
Make it sound like an illness.
It is worse. Many illnesses are treatable, but play with evil, medicine can be much harder to find.
Why was Olgierd out to get rid of O'Dim? He'd gotten what he wanted.
Had he? His heart had turned cold as ice. His feelings for his wife, for whom he'd sacrificed his brother, had withered. He'd lost all he'd loved. Had he wanted any of this? No. O'Dim grants what you wish, not what you want. All who sign a pact learn the difference and die by it.
All? No way to get rid of him?
Kill him, you mean? Kill evil? No. Yet the annals tell of a man who dissolved his pact by defeating O'Dim at his own game.
Meaning?
O'Dim wields contracts, word traps, duels of wits. Challenge him to such a duel. He'll agree, and can be beaten. But remember, there is only ever one stake. The sole thing he truly desires. Human souls.
O'Dim left a mark on my face. Any way to get it off?
A mark? No mention in the tomes. Strange. Unless it will disappear once your pact is fulfilled.
If I challenge him, end the pact that way, will it go away?
That I do not know. The one man who succeeded bore no mark.
Thanks. Helped me a lot.
Good. Very good. Ah, to feel useful after so many years locked up, living in fear. Why, it's pleasance itself.
Oh shit, he's outside the circle. The professor told Geralt of the long hours he had spent scouring old tomes for accounts of Gaunter O'Dim, alias Master Mirror. He had been set on this trail by Olgierd von Everec, who paid him handsomely for his labors. This research had borne fruit in the form of a great many secrets about the mysterious O'Dim, including a possible way to outsmart him. Sadly, however, the professor did not live to see if this trick would work for Geralt in practice, for during their conversation, Shakeslock made one step outside the runic circle drawn on the floor of his residence and died immediately. We will never know if this step was accidental or deliberate. By the time Geralt met him, he had become a tired and tormented wreck who just might have considered death a relief. Geralt came away from his meeting with Professor Shakeslock knowing of a way to outfox Master Mirror. The demonic pact maker could be lured into a wager, win it, and he would be defeated once and for all. With Shani's help, Geralt managed to enter the academy grounds and speak to Professor Shakeslock, who had earlier helped Olgierd in his attempts to break the pact with Master Mirror. The professor revealed that O'Dim could be cheated. One needed only propose a wager, and as an inveterate gambler, he was likely to agree to take one up on it. My notes, Professor Shakeslock's journal. My notes and observations, Professor Shakeslock. The circle O'Dim created terrifies me. I cannot see it, but I know it is here. I know no name for the sense with which I perceive it. When I near its bounds, strange shivers shoot down my spine. This is not pain, but something that stands my hair on edge, like a hedgehog's quivers. A month has passed, and still I stay within this runic circle. Nightmares prey on me more and more. I come to fear sleep. I know not how long I can withstand this. I dreamt I had a daughter. This was strange, for I've never had children. Yet one came to me in my sleep. She was no older than 10. She called me Daddy and loved me deeply. I could see it in her eyes. The strangest part of all was that I also burned for her with a great paternal love. Can one possibly dream of someone who does not exist? Can one love such a one? I no longer fear sleep. Perhaps O'Dim has decided to give me peace. I have no desire to change his mind. My dreams of Amelie give me great joy. My daughter is a good and clever girl. I believe she will grow into a wonderful woman. A shame she exists only in my dreams. Not only do I no longer fear sleep, but now I cannot wait for the moment in which it comes. What a fantastic transformation. If nothing changes, I shall soon try to leave the circle. I know now why I dreamt for weeks of the child I never had. It was his doing. This night my daughter died. She caught a strange illness which pocked her whole body with hideous oozing sores. She cried, begging me to help. I could do nothing. She died in my arms. I awoke soaked with sweat. I remain a wreck, my mind tattered. 3 months have passed since Amelia's death. My heart still bleeds, and horrifying visions plague my every moment. I'm a blind man who wishes he saw nothing, for utter blindness would be a relief compared to these tormenting visions. I cannot persevere much longer. I have become a deeply unhappy old man. I have now lived within the magic circle for a year. Thoughts of suicide haunt my mind ever more often. It would be so simple. I need but step outside the runes. So how the hell do I get out of here? I think I just figured out how to get out of here. I gotta take the plunge from up here.
Shoot! Maybe it's true what they say. The witches prepare a deluge.
Your kind spreads disease. Defeat isn't a desertion.
Ah, a customer.
Show me what you got on offer.
Can this dude not repair?
Farewell.
Now where the hell is Shawnee's clinic?
Fuck.
Rats.
Stay out of my way.
I don't think this is it. Whoa.
Feisty, eh?
There's the blacksmith.
Ah! Watch your step.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steel.
Maybe it's true what they say. The witches prepare a deluge. Maybe it's true what they say. The witches prepare a deluge.
Yeah, blame the rain on the Witchers. Blame it on the rain.
Maybe it's true what they say. The witches prepare a deluge.
White one, taking a peek at my wares yet? Go on, don't think twice, just buy.
Well then, dude, sell me something.
Your kind spreads disease, defeatism, and desertion.
Long live, etc., etc. I feel like puking. Best wares this side of the Pontar.
Lovely.
And here's the auction house.
There are break-in at the auction house. True.
Horse claims no such thing occurred. That it was.
All right, completely lost here.
Them carting corpses.
I don't honestly know.
Redania.
Okay, this is Horson Jr.'s hideout. Shit. Really?
You.
Why? How many distressed damsels have you rescued of late? I believed I was special.
You actually do manage fine on your own.
One thing I've learned is that you either let the lads beat you, or you learn to beat like the lads.
So long. And, work on your guard a bit. You're dropping it too low.
drown before I lose my
Honor in the
patience.
fatherland.
Crawl back under your rock.
I'm bored.
Honor in the fatherland.
It's done. It's done.
All right. Well, I found out she lives pretty much right across from the barber shop. Like right there. Here we are.
Yes, Geralt.
Hey, let's play some Gwent. Damn.
You know, been wanting to ask you something.
Ask me now.
Just curious. You ever play Gwent?
Oh, Geralt. Geralt. Of course I play. What else is there to do come evening when one's among soldiers? Come on, let's lay them out.
That's right. I'm gonna whip your ass! That's useful. That's useful. Useful, kinda. This is decent. Oh, she got Olgierd von Everec. Okay, she really wants to win this round, so I'll let her win it. Interesting.
You're good. So good, I'd say you spend more time chatting up folk for games than you do on serious matters.
Nah, got lucky, that's all.
Likely. But here. I dare say, a formidable card from an old friend. So you won't have to rely entirely on luck.
Nice. Got Olgierd von Everec.
Gotta say, wedding was a great idea. Rarely have a chance to rest, get away from it all. Did me good to do just that.
I'm a medic. I tend to know what I'm doing when I prescribe something.
Hope Vladimir's antics weren't too annoying.
Peculiar man. Ghost, true. But I found him likable. Wager he was a real hoot when he was alive.
Said you needed to think things over. Have you?
Yes. I decided you're incredibly sweet, but...
But we're better off keeping things as they were.
You're always going places, and they're likely to ship me off soon. Besides, we tried once, and you know how that worked out.
You're right. But promise to share a bottle of wine with me from time to time.
Of course. I tell you what, I'll keep one handy.
Finally, some time to talk. Tell me where you've been, what you've done since you left Vizima.
After our paths diverged? Well, the peace was brief, but I used it well. Went back to Oxenfurt, completed my doctorate, then I believe I did time in every field hospital and medic's tent north of the Yaruga.
Never could stand to be idle.
I'm not a witcher. Not likely to live 150 years. My time's much shorter, so I try to use every bit wisely.
Always did know what you wanted.
True. Nothing's changed in that sense.
See you later.
This is getting annoying managing the stash, so I'm gonna dip out here real quick to go to the stash. I'm gonna put away some things like son of a bitch. The saddles. I don't need them. I'll go ahead and
happiness will come and go.
As they say...
Yeah, I can sell... I can sell the New Moon and the Flaming Rose stuff that's in my inventory. That's good to know.
Trouble?
Wonderful.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt.
Listen. So long.
See, that ought to lighten my load a little bit there. Now we're going to go ahead and meet Olgierd at the Temple of the Lilvani.
Mutant. Behave, Witcher.
I kind of get a sense this is not going to turn out good for Olgierd.
Ugly bastard.
like I've been in this cave before. Alright, let's drop the torch and let's actually use the cat's potion. A little bit smarter here.
Strange choice of locale. Guessing there's a reason for it.
Wasn't me who chose it.
I assumed so. But since we're here, I believe you have something for me.
Fulfilled the third wish.
How do I know this to be the rose? Very well might have picked this up at the Oxenfurt market an hour ago.
Look closely at it. Got it from Iris. It was the last thing that bound her to this world.
What?
This rose is a symbol of your parting with punishment.
I think she loved you. Meant this as a token of that love.
She loved me. After all that's passed.
She did say she still loved
Iris.
him.
What a mess we made of it all. If I'd only known then how it would end. What's happening? I feel as though a hot iron's pierced my chest.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. So glad to see everyone's pleased. How do you feel, Von Emmerich? A little less troubled? Lighter in the heart?
Odim, what do you want?
What do you mean, what? Your soul.
You forget. The pact states you can take it only once you've fulfilled 3 wishes, and...
And we stand together on the moon. Well, what do you know?
What? No. We had a pact. The moon is there. There! Not here.
I gave you what you wished for. Here, on the moon, our contract you fulfilled.
Boss, you cheated me.
I never cheat.
Wait.
Do not not interfere, Witcher. Remember what I did to the last fool who interrupted me.
You grant wishes, right? Grant mine and release him.
He must repay his debt.
Let him go, and I'll take it on. We'll call it mine.
You wish to give your soul for his?
No, but we can play for them. I lose, you take mine and Olgierd's. But if I win, you release us both.
What do you propose we play? Gwent?
Don't know. Maybe we can bet on a challenge. You know I'm good at accomplishing the impossible. Seen me do it.
Very well. But we shall do this my way.
Are we gonna play Gwent for real? If we play Gwent, it's like coming full circle.
What's happening?
You wish to play, so let us play. I shall tell you a riddle. Solve it, and both you and Olgierd will be free.
And if I don't?
Then we'll all three go for a wild ride. It's what you proposed, is it not?
The riddle. Let me hear it.
To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle me and ogle me till you're insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin. Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I shall grin.
What was that supposed to be?
You tell me. What am I?
Didn't quite catch the riddle. Mind repeating it?
To all things and men I appertain, and yet by some am shunned and disdained. Fondle and ogle me till you're insane, but no blow can harm me, cause me pain. Children delight in me, elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin. Cry, yawn, and I sleep, smile, and I too shall grin.
You're going down.
We shall see, my friend. You must find me before the sand in the hourglass runs out. Ready? Let's begin.
What is this place?
You like it? Plenty more where it came from. Just remember, you must find me before time runs out.
Monsters weren't part of the deal.
My world, My rules.
Cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I too shall grin. Something that repeats all I do? Maybe an echo? Echo.
No dice. You can't possibly ogle an echo.
Children delight in me, elders take fright, fair maids rejoice and spin, cry and I weep, yawn and I sleep, smile and I too shall grin. Damn it, what are you? Shani, hang on, I'm coming.
I can't believe you fell for that.
All right, feel like I'm wasting my time here now because I don't think I'm going to solve this. Man, so I think I've messed up. Like, I don't have enough time. To actually... Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart this. Jesus. Okay. Totally messing that up. See, I knew I would have to use the guide at some point in this playthrough, and here we are. Here's the event where I actually needed to use the guide, so... Glad I purchased it.
this place?
You like it? Plenty more where it came from. Just remember, you must find me before time runs out. What is it about swords that turns men into utter fools when they see one for the taking? Through howling winds, pouring rain, with their life hanging by a thread. Which reminds me, time is running out. Oh, awful. You're doing terribly. Remember. As I see it, you will never find me. Never.
Mirror. So this is where you're hiding.
Come now. You didn't expect it to be that easy, did you?
Point for me!
There was water here once. Maybe there's a way to bring it back. Rushing water behind this wall. Break down the wall and the water will rush through here.
Riddle solved.
Gotcha. Be gone. You've lost.
And that's how we get rid of Gaunter O'Dim.
So, any better?
Yeah, thanks. Wine's revived me a bit.
This plonk could revive a corpse. An exquisitely rank vintage. You know what, though? It's good at last to taste something real. So, have at it. Tell me what the blazes just happened. Your brand's gone. Guessing that's a good sign?
First off, you tell me what it's like to have a heart of stone.
It's wonderful at the start. You feel no fear, no angst, but also no concern. No care for anyone, not even those you loved. And gradually, you lose them. Well, you know how it ended.
What about your senses? Taste, smell?
All there. At first, I savoured the world like never before. It was stronger, more clear.
How's that possible?
I did not wish for a heart of stone. That was a mere side effect. I wished to win back Iris's hand and have my fortune restored. And then to live like there was no tomorrow. And thus I lived until I ceased to feel anything at all. What a joy to be done with it. Because I am done, right? Will you tell me what happened?
O'Dim decided to have some fun at my expense. Devised a game I was supposed to lose. Seems he'd forgotten the training you put me through. In doing the undoable.
So only to protect myself. In doing so, I thank you. Though I've no... Mirror took everything. Everything I loved. All I held dear.
Not true. Got your heart back.
A bitter victory. Now at last I sense how much I've lost. I've a heart again. Yet all it feels is grief, sadness, and defeat. My life is a ruin.
You've handled tougher situations. You'll figure this one out. Got a company, got a home, your fortune?
No. I cannot live as I did before.
So what'll you do?
I don't know. But one thing's clear. It's time I took fate into my own hands. Lived life anew. And truly, this time.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll never forget what you did for me, Witcher. I have something for you.
Can't accept this.
You can, and must. This sabre's been in my family for generations. Even when I'd lost all else, it remained at my side. Means a great deal to me.
All the more reason why I can't take it.
Do me the honor. This'll mark the start of my new life. And such a weapon could be right useful to you.
Thank you.
Ow!
Sorry.
Iris.
You needn't be. I thank you again, Geralt. And good luck on the path.
Good luck to you too.
Nice conclusion to an awesome expansion. just kind of flipping through the book there. I'm on the last page where it documents the end quest for Hearts of Stone. Just kind of glancing at it, but yeah, man. Awesome content, bro. Just completely awesome content. It almost feels like this content was maybe intended for the original release of the game, but maybe didn't quite make it in. Because it almost feels like this quest line could have started right before you went to Skellige, for example, in the main game. You know, once you move from Velen to Novigrad, because you were up in that northern part of it's not really Velen, but northwest part of Novigrad, I'd say. Because I did a lot of exploration. You know, when I came back to this, I noticed, I'm like, man, I was here before. I did a lot of exploration in the base game out here before these areas were unlocked for the DLC. But really, really cool quest line. Really cool. And secondary quest, you know, not part of the main quest, but it felt like I don't know. For a secondary quest, it has that feeling of a mainline quest. You know, you were introduced to Olgierd von Everec, his problems. You ran into Shani. You were introduced to her, and you got to see how. You got to see the interaction between Olgierd von Everec and the Borsodi brothers, the House Borsodi people. It was really, really cool. Really, really fleshed out. Frankly, amazing. You know, for secondary content, the amount of effort they put into secondary quests is bar none. You know, almost every single secondary quest in this game has never felt like a fetch and grab kind of task. So, really cool stuff, man. Really cool stuff. And I'm glad I saved it till after, you know, the completion of the main game. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to Blood and Wine next. So, I know this is the episode number 12, so I finished Hearts of Stone in 12 episodes, and each one's probably been around like the 2-3 hour mark, so at least 30 hours worth of additional content here. So I take it that Blood and Stone, excuse me, Blood and Wine is going to be just as much, if not more, hours of gameplay. So this is like the game that keeps on giving. You know, once you complete the main quest, there's still more to do. Cool stuff. So, give me a second here. I'm going to take this moment to get laundry out of the dryer and put a new load on and clean up in the kitchen just a little bit. Here we go. Gauntero Dim. Geralt soon discovered Professor Shakelock's words were true. Mastermere could indeed be defeated at his own game. Geralt made a bet with him, wagering everything on one battle of wits, and won. By solving Mastermere's riddle, he drove the demon from our dimension, though I fear he may yet to return. His kind always returns. Now the Witcher was on the verge of bringing the pact between Olgierd and Master Mirror to completion. Did this mean everything would soon be as it once was? Geralt was not so sure. One question kept nagging him. What was that something very personal that Gontar O'Dim intended to collect from Olgierd? Once Geralt realized Master Mirror was playing for the highest of stakes, Olgierd von Everic's soul, he decided he could not sit idly by. Instead, he found a way to cheat the demonic being and win Olgierd back his soul. Free from his pact and his heart restored, Olgierd thanked Geralt and gave him his sword, a souvenir which had been in his family for generations, then walked off into the sunset. Viper Venomous, Eater's Steel Sword. There we go. Viper Venomous Steel. Just wanted to make sure I picked it up. Geralt took Professor Shakeslock's advice and proposed a wager to Master Mirror. Mirror agreed, but only if it was played out on his terms. He transported Geralt to a strange dark world and made him solve a riddle. Geralt, who was always had a keen mind for such puzzles, soon found the solution to defeated Gontar O'Dim. Was this the last our world will ever see of him? No man can say. What mattered most at the moment, however, was that Olgierd von Everec was safe and the pact which had bound him had been dissolved. And that was it. And so the last quest I have is to get started on the Envoys and Wine Boys. Meet the knights from Toussaint and Holloway. It was a time when there seemed to be two Geralts. One was a celebrity, at least in certain circles, while the other remained a mercenary who did dirty work for coin. At any rate, both these Geralts happened upon a contract of an unusual sort, not least because it marked the start of a new adventure, and this adventure I will gladly relate. It began in a manner most ordinary, with a notice posted on a board in Velen. The Witcher read the notice and set out to see what else he could learn. Okay, so what's the quickest way out of this mess? Oh man, like, I'm like 50 XP from leveling up and using this new Witcher gear. I kind of want to hit that level. Darn it. I guess I need to go fight some Flaming Rose Knights. I guess, I mean, if I can find some freaking, I don't know. Let's go to Upper Mill. I was thinking, weren't there drowners posted up around this lake? Something I can get 50 XP off of really quick. I don't know. I just want to hit... It's not even 50 XP, it's 48. So...
Hey-ya.
I guess we're just going to run toward this mark, and if I see anything red on the map, I'll hop out and attack it. Here we are. Bear. Where the hell am I now?
Giddy up. Move it!
Jeez. I didn't get much experience off of that, but almost died repeatedly. Really? I'm only getting 2 XP for this? Come on now. I guess because they're level 34. They're 4 levels lower than me. It's kind of bull crap. Here we are, level 39. Viper Venomous Silver Sword. Thank you. Viper Armor. Viper Boots. Viper Gauntlets. Viper Trousers. And there we are. And this is the girl we knew from the very beginning of the game. And that's really all I wanted for this playthrough, to get to the high enough level to use the Viper gear. And that's it. I'm going to end this stream here. It's going on 3-hour mark. I might do some things off screen, like balance out my stash and socket the new Viper gear. But other than that, I'm not going to do anything off screen. I just want to be ready for Blood and Wine on my next time I pick this up to stream. So it's going to be kind of a... It's been a wet, rainy, nasty day today, so there's a good chance I'll be streaming again later this afternoon, just by virtue of the fact that it's not a nice day to be outside. So look for me later this afternoon. I do need to cook, prep for next week, and stuff like that. Otherwise, that's it. So, yeah. Getting close to finishing up this game, The Witcher 3. Didn't think it would take a whole year, but it has. It's taken slightly over a year. So we got one more expansion to complete, and it'll probably take the remainder of next month. So I probably won't finish all this until the beginning of March. So I'll catch you guys in the next episode. It'll be Witcher 3 Wild Hunt playthrough, Blood and Wine, number episode 2, stream number 1, something like that. So because I think it's gonna be they call Blood and Wine episode 2. So episode 2, Blood and Wine number 1, later this afternoon possibly. So peace out. Catch you guys in the next one.